Friends, the topic of this podcast is chasing benchmarks versus chasing safety. It's very fashionable to measure ourselves constantly. Somebody who wants to do weight loss can get onto the weighing machine several times a day and feel good about the slightest changes. Similarly, somebody who's obsessed about beating a benchmark can always check on his portfolio every hour, try to create alpha constantly, and hope that his beta, the ability to beat the benchmark, is going to be forever. I remember this mutual fund which last year suddenly came out of the blue and seemed to be performing very well. But sometime during COVID, the funders chose to take a cash call. All the performance that the funders earned in the earlier 12 to 18 months had given it a sense of invincibility. Probably the CEOs, CIOs, the fund managers, everybody felt that our time has come. We are going to the big league. And they had convincingly beaten the benchmark while the rest of the industry was floundering. They actually chose safety during COVID. And the recent months have shaken everybody. In fact, I saw a video of the CIO who is now questioning the need to beat benchmarks. One's own memory is short. When you use the fact that you can beat a benchmark as your USP, and you don't, you're going to be questioned. Which brings us to the basic question. How much importance do we actually give to chasing safety? When a guy who has beaten the benchmark chases safety and then underperforms against the very benchmark, we judge him differently. Even he can't take it. Because we believe that we should always be rewarded. Sometimes markets tend to delay rewards. Gratification getting delayed should, will, and can happen to everybody. The best of fund managers will see it. The best of investors will see it. He must decide that he is going to forego rewards in pursuit of safety. He must be able to tell his investors that he is doing that. If it is so difficult for the CIO of a mutual fund to do it, just imagine the plight of an ordinary advisor in a mutual fund or an RIA. It's not an easy job. But sometimes you have to explain it in clear language. Chasing safety today revolves around 4 P's: purpose, priority, process, and pursuit. I'll start with priority. What is your priority today? Whether one is an investor or a manager, one's priority should be safety of capital, not returns. So you should be invested in a place where you don't lose too much from here. Making money can wait. So knowing that priority clearly will give you the next thing that you need: purpose. The purpose of investing is to take moderate risks to make decent returns when markets are more rational. If you change your purpose to make money in whatever way possible, taking risks which don't suit your risk appetite, then you have a wrong sense of purpose. I am not critical of the cash call which these funders took, but the investor needs to understand that, and everybody in the ecosystem needs to understand that before it is taken. In my view, Whether you are an advisor, or a distributor, or a fund manager, or a CIO, today purpose is very, very important, and that purpose has to be extremely investor centric. The third point is a beaten one. The third P is process. How do you chase safety? When markets are irrational, many people make rash decisions even in their search of safety. So they look like fools in the near term. For example, if you sell everything and go to cash very early, then you are seen in a particular way. So you need to also moderate your way of doing things. You should not be extremist in your reaction. So when the markets become more and more irrational, you should take more and more money towards safety. And that can be done only if you follow a process approach and your process responds to every situation that presents itself before you. So if you have invested in a best performing sectoral fund, you need to take some money off with every new high that it hits. You need to have milestones when you're going to take that money off. And that money should move towards safety. Your capital should chase safety and not chase performance. So the process has to enable that. And you should have a robust process. The last one is pursuit. There is a time to pursue returns actively and aggressively, and there is a time to pursue safety. As things stand, the odds are clearly in favor of pursuing safety than in aggressively pursuing returns. Everybody will agree on that. But we think that we can choose our moment to commence this pursuit. In my view, that pursuit cannot wait. You need to commence the pursuit and you can move forward according to your own strategy, according to the way you want to move your process, according to your greater purpose, and according to your priority. But understand who you are making these decisions for. What is his risk profile? What are his goals? How are his aspirations stacked up? Can he take complacency in decision making or in advice? That will make you decide decisively how these 4 P's should ensure that a person who takes your opinions moves towards chasing safety rather than chasing benchmarks. Thank you very much for watching this podcast. Do share it with your friends and follow our channel to receive more podcasts like this. Thank you.